you are sure to visit Hero Square, or as we call it in Hungarian, Hősök tere, because it is one of the most important landmarks of Budapest. But you might not know that there are literally a dozen other attractions that you can visit besides this touristy place. I will show you all of them in this video. So obviously, you must visit Hero Square, as it is one of the most important tourist locations of Budapest. You will learn that construction began in 1896, when citywide developments marked the millennial celebrations of the foundation of the Hungarian state. You will see here 14 emblematic figures from Hungarian history who are surrounded by the 7 original Hungarian chiefs. Magyars, we call them. That's where the name of our country comes from, by the way. And also you will see the Archangel Gabriel. The square itself is surrounded by 2 major cultural institutions. One of them is the Museum of Fine Arts, which houses Hungary's largest art collection with thousands of works from prehistory to the present. It has taken 3 years, but finally it has reopened after a comprehensive overhaul of the building. So it is well worth a visit of this modern and interactive museum. The other is the Palace of Art, which looks like a Greek temple. It is among the city's largest exhibition spaces. It focuses primarily on contemporary visual arts, with some 3 to 4 major exhibitions staged annually. Go for the wonderful venue, the excellent museum shop, or just have a café on the steps outside. With a short walk from Hero Square, you will find 2 wonderful restaurants. One of them is Boonville Restaurant, that has a tradition dating back to over 100 years and past guests that include royalty and presidents. It is one of Budapest's fanciest and most famous restaurants. And the pleasure of dining here actually doesn't come very cheap, but the dishes are beautifully executed. However, there is a Sunday brunch and a weekday lunch that are relative bargains. So if you want to, you should dress smartly and book ahead. The other restaurant is Robinson Restaurant, which was opened about 30 years ago. It's unique in Europe because it was built on an island in the city park's lake. So it's a wonderful venue that you can visit and a nice cuisine as well. Just across the road is fun for the whole family. The City Zoo, that has over 1,000 animal species, and I think pretty unusually for a zoo, it is located right in the center of the city. It is now undergoing a very major expansion, with a complex new indoor enclosure that will be called the biodome, set to open in the next couple of years. Next door is the capital Circus of Budapest, that originally opened again over 100 years ago, but has changed locations several times since then. This current building is not really nice, but some of the acts inside are spectacular. Hero Square is the so-called Ahuna Castle that contains parts of buildings from various time periods, so it displays different architectural styles. Interestingly, it was made from cardboard and wood for the millennial celebrations of Budapest, but it thus became so popular that it was actually rebuilt from stone and brick a couple of years later. The Ahuna Castle today houses the Museum of Hungarian Agriculture, which is actually the biggest agriculture museum in Europe. You might consider visiting it. Outside the entrance, in the castle's court, you can see the statue of the chronicler Anonymous. If you look closely, it's interesting because the statue itself does not have a recognizable face. Thus, it is anonymous. Besides some green, there is also some wonderful blue, a nice lake right in the city center behind Hero Square. You can rent traditional rowing boats or a paddle boat, or even a sort of artificial island that even has a plastic palm tree that you can try out here in the lake behind Hero Square. Another obvious option that I can recommend is just to enjoy this wonderful city park, the greenery. If you're in summertime, do some sunbathing. In other weathers, just walk around. It really is a gorgeous park right in the city center. In this video, I showed you a dozen attractions around Hero Square. If you have some time, visit some of them, not just this touristy attraction. And here's my final tip. If possible, try to visit this location at least twice, once during the day and once at night. You will see very different vision of them. Hope you enjoy it. Enjoy your time in Budapest.